where you have thousands and thousands of people coming from Guatemala, from Honduras and El Salvador, and they march up through Mexico. And by the way, if we didn't have walls in those areas, in some cases that we put up, in many cases where we reinforced, in many cases where our great military helped us with barbed wire, you would have people pouring in. They don't pour in.
Well, that was the president the other night spelling out the dangers that are involved inside these caravans that make their way from Central America through Mexico to our southern border. Tonight, in an Ingram Angle exclusive, we have word that yet another caravan is forming, one, of course, that our next guest says could be the biggest yet. Joining us now exclusively, Guatemalan Secretary of Intelligence, Mario Duarte. Buenas noches, señor secretario.
Buenas noches.
Right. Bienvenido al programa.
Thanks.
Good to have you on. What do we need to know here? I mean, you've been warning about this for years, actually. But a lot of people think about Central America. I've been there a lot, as you know. Spent a lot of time in Salvador and Guatemala. But what the American people sort of think, like, why can't we get a little more help from our friends in Guatemala or El Salvador or Honduras? Why the transit allowed by the people from Honduras, where these caravans start? You guys are letting them through. They're making their way up to Mexico. Why?
Well, first off, thank you for having me, Laura. I think it's not completely correct to say that we're just allowing them through. Guatemala signed with different countries of Central America a treaty that allows the Central American citizens to flow freely through Central American territory. However, under the condition that they
there's the Guatemala-Mexico border.
Correct. That they report at the border. Now, this is a different situation.
Yeah, that's in
what happened
Mexico.
there. That was a violent overpowering of our police forces and of our border. Unfortunately, these people, the organizers of these caravans, put little kids, babies, women, and the elderly at the front, and started pushing them against our police forces. We need to take care of their human rights, of their dignity, of their lives. And obviously we had to, it was either the lives of those people, of those innocents, or allowing them into Guatemalan territory. Now, we did an effort, and President Morales ordered his security forces to set up all these different checkpoints. And we ended up returning more than 6,500 Hondurans back to Honduras that were illegally in Guatemala in these caravans.
You guys arrested 100 ISIS suspects back in the fall. They were not part of the caravan. That was erroneously reported. But they were arrested in Guatemala?
Actually, these are special interest aliens.
Special interest. So
special interest
it's
aliens.
Reported as ISIS, but these are people from countries that are...
Special interest aliens,
okay.
And some of them with links, possible links.
Some with possible links.
Correct,
okay.
To terrorism organizations.
But so that's a lot of people in Guatemala that you guys sent out. Is there a concern at all that through the caravan, other people can slip in? We know MS-13 has slipped into the caravan, and mini cartel forces have made their way into caravans in Mexico, because that's the reports we're getting.
Those are only parts of the threats and the risks that come with these caravans, right? Think about them as they have been weaponized. These poor people, these innocents, have been weaponized as literally political tools of the socialist movement throughout Latin America that are coming towards the United States.
So political activists are pushing these caravans.
Correct. They have weaponizing those in need.
Now, this group, Puebla Sin Fronteras, in the United States, they have one particular kind of lead organizer, Irineo Mujica. This individual is a problem, and he's been, I believe he was arrested down there in Mexico, and they're part of the coaching squads, too, who coach everybody to say they have a credible fear.
That is correct.
Why is Central America being depopulated?
It's not so much as depopulated. Like I said, all these activists, leftist activists, with the purpose of undermining conservative movements, both in the United States and in our countries, are really weaponizing these people in need, offering them a false opportunity in the United States, and they're falling for it.
Yeah. But what about this other caravan? What can you tell us? New caravan.
Well, it's amassing. It's coming through the Colombian jungle into Panama.
Colombian jungle. So it's coming from South America.
So from South America into Panama.
So any Venezuelans hooking in with this caravan?
There's some Venezuelans. There is mostly Cubans and a lot of Africans. That's the latest we know. We shared a video already with some people.
30,000 strong?
Well, that's their purpose. That's how many people they want to put
Oh,
together.
okay.
Right
That's
now,
what their
there's
goal
around
is.
1,000 or around something like that. But again, it's another caravan forming with the same intent. Again, being coached by people, being weaponized, like I said, by these leftist movements.
But I want to play something. This is an American commentator. This is what he says about our wall and whether there's any crisis. Let's watch.
History will really frown on the Republicans. You know, you just give one instance. How about sending troops down when there's no caravan coming? Sending American troops down, literally like Tinker Toy soldiers. And we can go on and on and on, and they stand by. And to me, you know, you see what you get with Trump.
Okay, so he was talking about the caravan there, not the wall. No caravan. There are no caravans, apparently.
Probably they're watching the wrong channel. You need to watch Fox News more.
I mean, there's no caravans. I mean, there's no caravans. There's no crisis. Did you see it as a crisis in Guatemala with people coming through?
Well, it definitely was a crisis for us. We had to deploy over 3,000 strong police officers, our military, EMTs, first responders throughout the nation, through our borders, in trying to stop this illegal flow of migrants. And we had to check on them and make sure that they were.
We're going to keep checking with you, but we got to work together, our countries, to get this stopped. But thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it.
President Morales would love to meet President Trump and find solutions for this problem.